Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sky. I am the founder and CEO of Create Your Own Reality Media, where I encourage, empower, and inspire others to live a life that they love. Now, super glad to have you here with me today. Today's video is going to be a little bit more on the podcasty side. This is kind of not planned at all. I just filmed like this reel and short yesterday about this idea of change. It's just really something that's been sitting on my mind a lot recently. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys as well. So, of course, we know that change is inevitable, right? Change is something that is always going to be present in our lives. Now, the real thing is with this is change doesn't ask for your permission, right? It's going to appear in your life whether you like it or not. And I think that is the part that, people have the most difficulty with, especially if it's something that is not so good at the start. If it's an aspect of change that maybe brings you down a little bit before it brings you up, most people are not going to be too happy about that, which is completely understandable, right? I mean, trust me, I've had my fair share of those as well. Been dealing with some of that right now. And I know that, maybe right now I'm not where I want to be, which is, totally fine and totally acceptable. Some days are going to be harder than others, but that's also just part of life, right? It's just knowing that downward potential downward spiral, fall, change, whatever word you want to use for that is just going to propel you up, right? So it's really just about figuring out what it is that has dropped or changed or maybe different in your life right now, and figuring out exactly where it is that you want to be. So kind of looking at those things side to side, figuring out what it is that changed, maybe why that it changed, if you are able to identify or figure that out, and where it is that you want to be. Because once you figure out those three things, it's actually really possible to figure out how to get to that point where you want to be. Because a lot of the times it's, just one small little tweak that we have to make in order to see that change. Sometimes it's not going to be an overnight fix, even if it is something small that you have to change. There may be a couple things that take a little bit longer than others to actually implement or to see that return on investment. But if you were truly able to identify that change you need to make, it is only a matter of time before you get to where you want to be. Now, I think so many people are really resistant to change, which, I do understand as well, right? Change can be scary, and that's totally understandable. I mean, it's a different aspect of your life. Maybe it's a job promotion, or maybe it's, losing a job and having to find another one, or maybe it's a relationship, a loss of, a person in your life, or something as simple as maybe moving to a new state, country, place in the world, right? There's so many things in life that can and will change throughout your time here on Earth. And I think it's so important that we're able to embrace those changes and those challenges. Because again, even if they don't show up as something super positive initially, it's really just telling you that you need to implement that change in your life in order to improve or in order to get to that next stage in your life, right? I know, again, if you are watching my channel, if you've been here for the past couple videos, first of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. But I know I mention and talk about self-growth a lot, right? Self-growth is something that is really important to me, and I feel should be really important to everyone. Because, of course, self-growth is really just that journey of ourselves, really figuring out who it is that we are right now as I'm speaking to you guys, and also where you want to be, right? Because a lot of the times, where you are right now, you may not be that person that you need to be in order to get those things that you're looking to get. And that's where that personal growth journey comes in. And that is going to show up for you in a lot of different ways. And I think that is the really important part. And man, I'm just so truly grateful for just life, the people that I've encountered, the things that have happened, and where I am right now. Even though it's not exactly where I want to be just yet, I know that there are so many aspects of my life that are really falling into place. And that is something I'm truly grateful for, because I know not everybody can say that. And that is definitely something to be grateful for. But I really think that change has been a huge part of that. You know, there's been so many things in life that, of course, maybe I really wanted to happen, or things in that realm that, of course, just didn't pan out. And it always turned out that that was for the better in some way, shape, or form, even if it was very, very difficult to see at first. So yeah, I mean, I think it's really important to participate in change, because as I mentioned already, change is going to happen whether you like it or not. So you can either be a passive person just riding the wave of the change in your life, or maybe even getting, swamped by it, or you can actively participate in that change. Like I mentioned, just really embrace that self-growth journey, embrace the change in environment, whether it be friends, a job, place that you live in the world. Like, all of those things are going to bring you so many new experiences. And again, that can be scary at first, especially if maybe you aren't used to a lot of change. I mean, for myself, like, I grew up in New York my entire life. I moved out to Los Angeles when I was only 17, so I feel like change was something that I kind of had to embrace really quickly and learn how to adapt to. And adapting to change is definitely something that's not gonna be an overnight shift. Adapting to change is something that you have to learn and grow with throughout life. It's not always going to be easy, and that is, just one of those things that you kind of have to figure out as you go. But yeah, I mean, I really just wanted to, again, share this with you guys. There's something that's really empowering about being able to accept change and make that adaptation to your life. And the big reason why a lot of us don't choose change is because it's uncomfortable. And uncomfortableness is honestly the biggest growth factor of them all. If you decide to stay in a place that keeps you comfortable all the time, you are never going to grow or reach your full potential. And that is, oh man, I mean, everybody in this world has a purpose. Sometimes some people don't figure it out, and other times it just takes people a little bit longer. But it's so important to be able to embrace that change and even search for it, because that is really what, again, will bring you to your purpose, will stunt that self-growth journey for you, and will inevitably bring you to that point that you're really looking to get to. So I just want to encourage you guys to really embrace change. Really embrace those things in life that may make you uncomfortable right now, and really just go full force into whatever that is for you. I know it's not going to be easy at first. I know it may be awkward and, of course, uncomfortable and uneasy, but that is what's really going to push you to make you the best version of yourself. And that is really the ultimate goal, any way you look at it. So thank you guys so much for being here with me and watching this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you made it this far in the video, comment the little star emoji down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this content, and please subscribe to my channel down below to see any future videos that are coming up from me. I do have a few fun things in the works that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So until then, stay motivated, be inspired, and don't forget to encourage others. Bye guys.